So, well, it is Tuesday again. This is our second take because we're professional like that. Our first take got screwed up, so we'll have to do it again. Uh, Obviously, people won't be hearing our wonderful banter about how it was snowy today and that you almost came late. But I don't. Well, we can skip that.
Yeah, we can skip.
We can skip that. That was more or less you or for you and I. It is time for the Wrestling Guild. We're going to talk about Impact Wrestling from the 7th of December. I have Nick Anderson, a man caught in the snow.
A man caught in the snow.
Caught in the snow. Almost didn't make it to the office today.
Yeah. But I'm here now. I'm good.
My train was canceled.
It was?
So yeah, I had to take. No, but I mean there are buses too. So, but anyway, that's what happens. Snow comes and
trains just stop.
Everything stops. Everything stops. We'll see. Yeah. So, first of all, I wanted to say that I thought, and I said this before, I said it earlier, I thought that this show was okay. I wasn't particularly excited over the show at all. The best match for me was the Knockouts 3-way match.
Okay.
I mean, I did like the main event as well, but most of all, I thought it was kind of bleh. I would have, I don't know. If you compare it to what we saw the week before.
Yeah, this
wasn't really, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, the show starts with a recap of what's been going on lately. Just kind of filling in the whole audience, which is good because I guess the people aren't watching Impact all the time. So
I mean, you always need a recap, a flashback, something. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then we start with Ishimori versus Conley. This is a feud that's been brewing for a while. Comes out of Ishimori, Conley, and Trevor Lee wrestling together in a trios match, and they felt that Ishimori screwed things up or there was a miscommunication. This probably will lead up to Ishimori getting a X Division title shot. But right now it's Conley versus Ishimori. How did you like this match?
I mean, I think it was a good match. Ishimori was good in this match. I'm not gonna lie, but we've seen him perform better. However, it gets better than towards the end, and he does better than that. Mm-hmm. Caleb, however, showed us a bit more moves, which I'm really proud of, and I'm happy to see that.
Yes, we were talking about that before. That Conley hasn't really been given the vehicle to show what he can do because he kind of just came into the company kind of slowly, and he's mostly lost. I mean, I don't think has he ever won a match.
Maybe once. Not that I can remember really. No.
See, this would be an excellent opponent for like a Hakeem Zayn. Mm-hmm. Hakeem Zayn versus Conley would be good because they're both wrestlers that we haven't seen that much from. So it'd have been better if we had seen that, or Caleb Conley versus Idris Abraham or stuff like that. Those people that are in the company, but we don't get to see so much because they job a lot. But maybe they're on Explosion. I don't know.
I have no.
He does win more though when he's Suicide.
Yeah. Because everyone likes Suicide. Yes. And he's so good.
Well, I mean, the wrestler Suicide. People aren't that fond of Suicide. The action.
No. I mean.
Anyway, let's move on. Ishimori wins with a 450 splash. Trevor Lee comes in and attacks Ishimori. Desmond Xavier comes out for the save. So we'll see this constellation again probably next week where we'll have Ishimori and Xavier versus Conley and Trevor Lee.
Which will be interesting. I mean, I don't know, Desmond and Ishimori, can they really work together? Can they team together?
But in the end, we'll also probably see Ishimori challenge for the X Division Championship, I'm thinking. It was a decent match. ATT show up at the arena, just hanging out because we're waiting for Lambert and Mashy versus Moose and Storm. That'll come later. And then we have the Knockouts 3-way. Sienna versus Ali versus Rosemary. See who will face Laurel Van Ness, who won last week, for the vacant Knockouts Championship. How did you like this match?
mean, I think it was good. Yeah, I liked it. I liked it. The only problem I could see, even though I don't really care, but is that Rosemary and Allie could easily team, which isn't that fair towards Sienna. But
No.
at the same time, Sienna is a douchebag, so I don't really care.
I just thought it was funny that she kind of like escaped the ring first
Oh yeah,
to have the others face each other. Yeah, but it was fun. I mean, I think it was good too that Allie and Rosemary did fight each other, and that was good. And they did this. I think I liked this match probably the best. It was these girls can really go, and I think it was good to see, three wrestlers that can really go together facing each other instead of having like two wrestlers that can go or two women that can go and one that's maybe not kind of green and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Rosemary hits the red wedding on Allie, wins, and she will be the one to face Laurel Van Ness.
Boom.
Then we have OVE come out to kind of cut a promo. They want to address everyone about what's happening. Sami Callihan grabs the microphone. Yeah,
His voice is so bad. It's like about to die. I don't know. His voice. I don't know. Have you noticed? His voice is really.
well, he's got a very kind of broken voice.
Broken voice.
That's
yeah.
That's not. He doesn't sound like that all the time, but that's his wrestling voice, I guess. Yeah.
I don't know.
You don't like. I mean,
it's just. I don't know.
I think that happens to wrestlers a lot, though, that they get maybe not. I mean, he's obviously doing that himself, but
Yeah.
I think in the end, I think a lot of wrestlers get a quite rough voice because they have to use their voice so much. They have to scream and stuff like that. I think they get like kind of their voices get strained. But I mean, obviously, this is kind of part of his character.
It's probably
Anyway, he says it's that the thing with LAX has got out of control. It's more like gang warfare than anything else, and it's time they want to give LAX another shot, but he wants to give it on their terms, conditions. And then he starts talking crap about other countries, or he does that before Mexico and Japan and everything. And then he talks crap about Ottawa, the city that they're in.
Yeah.
And then
they have an audience that is from Ottawa.
Yeah, but that's the deal, though. That's how you become a bad guy.
That's how you become a douchebag.
Yeah. And then a team comes out, which was they got a really big pop. They were really popular. TDT. They never really said what that stood for. Maybe I don't know. I missed it. It's a French Canadian team because they speak both French and Canadian, or French and English, and they look like lumberjacks.
Yeah,
or hipsters. They're wrestling hipsters.
The wrestling hipsters. But yeah, they were really popular, as you said.
Yeah,
they were.
And they speak French, so we don't understand what they're saying, and then they're just like, we're gonna fight, and they fight. I think I mentioned this before too in our first recording that I would have liked to see a match between the two, and hopefully maybe next week, while other things are going on, we'll see a match between TDT and OVE because that'd be fun. Because I'd like to see what these guys can do. Impact needs a lot more wrestling teams. I would like it to maybe not be a one-off.
Yeah. I mean, like you said, we need more teams.
Yeah. And they are going to hit a move on OVE, but Callahan comes in and stops it, and they fight, and then LAX comes and breaks it up just as they are going to do the all-seeing eye on TDT. LAX are the good guys in this now. We were talking about this. Yeah, no, but it was surprising, but I think it's what the audience wants.
I mean, LAX is good guys.
They're Mexican. They're good. Everybody loves Mexican.
Yeah.
Really? Right. Yeah. I was telling you before that they've always tried to have LAX as a heel team, and they've been a heel team for a while in all the different constellations, but they're just too popular. They just do too good stuff in the ring, I guess, and just never really worked. We had the Pluto TV Rewind next, which was Low Key versus Chris Daniels. Low Key had changed his name to Senshi, the Warrior, at the time. It's just him winning the X Division title. It was very short. You said that you were disappointed.
Yeah, give us a more taste of the match. It's really short. I don't know. I want more taste, like a
A
I don't
little
know,
more meat,
more meat,
more
not just like the
guacamole.
cheese. Or
Yeah, not just the cheese, some more
give
meat.
us, give us the meat.
Yeah. Then we had the Pluto TV. No, that was the Pluto TV reunion. Then we have Ali. She's being halted by Gail Kim. She says she believes in her and that it's her time. It's like a
It's
Rocky
sort of-
speech.
yeah.
You don't seem to have enjoyed that part.
Yeah, but it's like, come on. I mean, Ali's always going to be Ali. Unsure, unsecure. It's your time. Oh, yeah, it's my time. Jeez.
Okay, okay, there, Nick. But as I said, I think they're putting the title on Ali
Yeah.
in the future.
Mhm.
Then KM was doing grievous bodily harm to people in the gym.
He wants to prove himself towards top team, but by beating people, normal people, just random people.
Just beating people at a gym. He goes into a gym, he beats people up outside the gym and then inside the gym. We were talking about that this wasn't the kind of gym that you or I had
Yeah.
seen before because it seemed like it was in somebody's house
Mm.
or in somebody's office. It was weird. Yeah, but anyway, it was. I mean, it proves. I don't know what they're doing with KM, where he's going, because it feels a little bit like the kind of American top team storyline is gets disappearing here with what happened this show.
Yeah, I don't know. It was funny though. Yeah, I'll give him that.
So anyway, that was that. Yes, KM being a criminal, beating people up. We see LAX in the clubhouse. Conan says he's going to sit down with Sammy Callahan and make him an offer he can't refuse. And that was what we were saying, that this is probably going to lead up to the barbed wire massacre that we'll be seeing later. Perfect. And yeah, that should probably be coming up soon. If they have the sit-down talk this week, then next week should probably be the barbed wire massacre, depending on how many shows there are left in Ottawa. Yeah. An interview with Adonis and Drake. They call themselves DNA now. Drake and Adonis.
But yeah, it's just how Eli Drake works. He just always comes up with stuff.
Adonis I think Adonis says that he had taken bigger craps than Petey Williams. But yeah, Drake. He cuts an awesome promo still there.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have the Grand Championship match versus Matt Sydal versus EC3, where Falaba apparently is a judge. I didn't know his character could. I thought Falaba was supposed to be like a savage character. I was surprised that he could write.
But why is he a judge? He's a wrestler.
Well, he could be a judge.
But judges are supposed to judge.
Yeah, but I mean, do you think that's all judges do?
Yeah, but all the people you can find, they're like, yeah, get us Falaba.
Well, he wasn't doing it. They caught him in the back. I don't know. They found him in the back. Anyway, Matt Sydal comes and shakes the hands of all the judges, but EC3 doesn't. Has a little stare down between him and Falaba. So I don't know if there's more stuff happening there, but I mean, they were also talking about that EC3 has prided himself in always being able to kind of win without it going to the judge's decision.
Oh, yeah.
And also that they was talking about the Matt Sydal. He's kind of talked crap about Matt Sydal that he's not able to kind of bring it when it's a big championship match. And he was going to show it.
And that went ish.
Oh, well, I mean, it was 1-1 in the rounds. And then in the third round, it was a split decision. It was Falaba gave them 10-10. I don't know how the kind of grading system works because it was 10-9, 10-9, 10-10. I don't know. I'm not familiar with that type of judging. But anyway, what happens is it ends up in a draw, and EC3 keeps the title.
Yeah.
I can say, honestly, that I didn't think that this was a very good match.
Yeah,
I wasn't very invested in this.
It was okay.
It
wasn't more than okay.
Yeah. I don't know if the Grand Championship style match works for EC3. I mean, it worked for Moose.
It worked for Moose, yeah.
But I don't know if it works that well for EC3.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
or where the disconnect was. But I wasn't really invested in this.
Yeah, I can understand it. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, that was that. So, and I don't know if we're going to see more from that, or if that's
Hopefully
that's
not.
the feud, or yeah, I don't know if we need to see more of that. Then we have a Global Wrestling Network recap from 2010, Bound for Glory, Rude versus Storm. How did you? This was a little bit more than
Ooh,
just a little taste. How did you like
this
this?
was a
I
good
mean, obviously, it
taste.
wasn't the entire match, but
But this is what I want. It was a good piece of meat.
yeah, a
Storm,
bloody steak.
a
Yeah.
bloody steak. Storm had so much strength and rage.
Yeah, because this
And
came after. This was a long feud. The feud between Storm and Rude was really long.
oh,
They'd been a tag team once upon a time called Beer Money Incorporated.
but then it broke.
But well, what happened was that Storm defeated Kurt Angle and got the World Heavyweight Championship, and he allowed Bobby Roode to compete against him. But Bobby Roode
Mm.
cheated by knocking him over the head with a bottle and took the title. And then Bobby Roode went on to become the longest reigning Impact Wrestling champion ever.
Well, that makes sense.
So
That's
and
why
then,
he's so pissed.
and that they were pissed. Yeah, so you could tell they were bleeding everywhere.
Like, and they were hitting each other with like this. What was it? Like
With the
this-
trash can
with the
lids.
trash can lids. Damn, they were really
Yeah,
like
they were really going on.
God, the hits. And yeah, Storm's face was red.
There was more blood than face.
Uh,
Yeah, I remember. This was at Storm 1 with a last call. Bobby Roode falls into the thumbtacks. Ouch. Indeed,
because he already fell.
ouch.
So it was,
Again.
so it was a second time.
Yep.
But yeah, what a
The
match.
more the merrier.
And the audience were really into
Yeah, and it was a big crowd too. Bound for Glory 2010. They were pretty. They were. It was solid. It was probably some of the best years there. But this was also when it was started to go downhill after Hulk Hogan had come in. Yeah,
But this match, I mean, if I would seen a full one, I think I would give it 5 out of 5.
yeah.
Boom.
We
Straight
can
up.
see it on the Global Wrestling Network
Definitely
once you
gonna
get
see
your app working again. Anyway, so then we had another Park and Park advert. Funny and really weird. I wonder where this is going.
It is so bad, but it's so funny at the same time. It's just the way the guys who filmed this are so bad. They're like, yeah. So really, and they have these weird examples as well. Like,
Yeah. Anyway, I would suggest you could probably go see it on Impact's YouTube. Anyway, then we get to Lashley Lambert versus Moose and Storm. This was a quick match. Lashley obviously took most of the beating, took most of the match. Lambert was a little cowardly chicken shit, jumped in the ring every once in a while. It then ends up that your friend Josh Hartnett gets involved.
did you see that guy? The other guy?
Yeah, he was all beaten up. He gets involved because Storm, I think, was going to kick Lambert in the face. Josh Hartnett comes in, gets kicked in the face by Moose instead. Lashley spears Storm, and Lambert gets the pin. Lambert does a quick tag in when Lashley isn't paying attention, so he takes the. And it didn't seem like Lashley was very happy about that. But Lambert gets the pin, and this is, as I understand it, James Storm's final match. He's out of the company after this. I don't know if it was exactly after the match, but they were talking about it that he cuts like a promo thanking everybody, thanking the whole Impact, all the people who've been running Impact since he started, and then he leaves.
He's so good at this time, though. It's going so well for him.
Yeah, but he had decided he was going to
This
leave.
is already
Yeah, he's one of the guys that it comes from that Impact is kind of renegotiating the contracts. They don't want to give guaranteed money. Some of them have paid really big contracts, like Storm was, and yeah, they don't want to have those types of contracts, and that's why Storm left.
Boom.
Yeah.
What a shame.
Yes, it's a shame. I mean, yeah, because he's been, but also been saying that I don't know if I'll miss Storm that much. If they had done
Mm,
something else to him, if they had given him more of like maybe a title run or something like that, or going for a title, then maybe.
I mean, you will never have a cowboy like a good.
You don't think Tahano can replace?
That is true, though. I mean, yeah, I understand. I understand your point. That is true. I
Yeah.
mean, you might not really miss it. Yeah.
Anyway, then we have an interview with Johnny Impact and Petey Williams. Petey says that in Canada we don't take people out that way. Impact says that Patron needs to stay the hell away from the Impact Zone. And then we get to the Eli Drake, Chris Adonis, Petey Williams, and Johnny Impact match. How did you like this?
It would, the sound of the match sounded like it would be good,
Yeah.
but the actual match was all right. Good.
It was decent.
It was,
The crowd was into it. They were cheering for. They wanted Johnny to come in, and then Petey Williams got like some heat back, and they went for Petey, and in the end, yeah, don't have to say much, but I mean, it was a decent match. It was a decent tag match. They did basically what a tag match is supposed to be. Johnny Impact hits the Starship Pain for the win, for the pin, and then Patron comes out. El Patron comes out and takes out Drake.
yeah, which I can understand.
Yeah, I would take out Drake too.
Yeah, I mean, Drake is always like thinks he's like above everything in the world. So
Yeah, and so yeah, this continues. So we'll see what happens if there's going to be a three-way between Impact, Patron, and Drake, or what something if something else is going to happen. We'll just have to see. Yeah, and that closes out the show. I mean, I would give this a C.
yeah,
C minus.
Solid
I
C.
don't know if I was too into this show. But there's news about Impact. Don Callis used to be the Jackal, the wrestler, the Jackal, but he was also part of he was part of ECW and stuff like that. And he's a color commentator for New Japan Pro Wrestling. He has been named vice president together with Scott D'Amore.
Okay.
It was announced this week or last week that they're going to be the new heads of Impact. There's also been rumors, so they're going to do some changes. They're talking about they're letting wrestlers keep their gimmicks that they have, even if they leave and do the other company. I would say that your homework for next week is to listen to Talk is Jericho, the podcast where he interviews them about their future plans.
Okay.
So we can talk about that next week. They're going to start their impacts. They're starting at the beginning of the year, basically, and then their first impacts that they're going to be taken care of will be from the 10th of January. But, I mean, you still have Anthem is in charge. It's just that these people are the ones that are going to be taking care of the day-to-day business. So we'll see. Yeah, they have some plans, and hopefully that'll make the product better or more come out more. But this also means that they're talking about that there probably will be some restructuring, some talent that will be disappearing and stuff like that. There's been rumors that both Bobby Lashley and EC3 might be leaving because their contracts are up in January, and they might be wanting to go somewhere else. And they might not want to. They maybe also want more guaranteed contracts. I don't think that EC3 is going to be any bigger than he is in a different company than he is here. Right now, he seems a little stale. They need to kind of refresh him, revamp him, and stuff like that. But there's also rumors that both Ring of Honor and WWE are interested in Eddie Edwards.
It's okay. They can take him.
You don't care for you?
Eddie Edwards is all right. It's just he doesn't really wrestle that much.
No, he's a lot in Japan, I guess, right now.
But at the same time, he's not a bad wrestler.
No, he's not.
He's not. But I'm not really into him.
No, okay.
He's
I thought
A-okay,
I thought you'd react more to Eddie Edwards than Bobby Lashley
I'm more
and EC3.
concerned of Moose and EC3.
But I said Lashley and EC3.
Oh, was
But Moose could be on that list too. Who knows?
Lashley, he is already on top team. He can leave as well.
Screw him.
I mean, you've seen what he's been doing.
Yeah. Okay.
Piece of
Fine.
shit.
No.
He's a douche.
Okay, okay. Calm down. All right, Nick. All right. Anyway, yeah. So a C minus for me, a solid C from you, with hopes that it'll be better next week.
Yeah.
The next week we'll see the finals of the Knockouts Championship. That's the thing. Also, Laurel Vaness asked for her release, but but which is so we'll see about that. But she hasn't been doing much either. But her boyfriend is in the WWE, so it might just be
It might just be that.
that she wants to go there. We'll see. Yeah,
It's not good for Impact.
no,
It's not good for Impact.
but it opens up spots for other people to take them. So we'll see. We'll see.
We'll
But
see.
yeah, your homework for next week is to listen to Talking Jericho. You didn't do your homework this week, which was watching Hakeem Zayn's match, but that didn't really matter because he wasn't wrestling on this show, so it would have been unnecessary to talk to him about him. So for the Snowman, Nick Anderson, I am C. Mary Holtman. Don't forget to follow us on all social media outlets. Find my article on singlelegtakedownwrestling.com and read other articles that are there as well.
Yeah.
Yes?
Like what, Evolve?
Well, yeah, Evolve was my article, but there are a bunch of other articles there too, so don't forget that. So, for now, Nick, do you want to take us out?
For now, me and Chrissy are gonna are gonna
Just say boom.
boom.